All right, today we're going to talk about Chapman Guitars and why I will never own one. And I don't have anything against the Chappers. He taught me a lot. I think he's a great guy. I have a lot of respect for him. I can't say I think he's a great guy because I don't know him, but I do have a lot of respect for anybody that can build a guitar company and a successful channel in the way that he has done, and also while building a family. He's been through some good growing times, and he's managed to come out on the other side ahead of the game. So I have a huge amount of respect for him. But and I used to want a Chapman guitar. I wanted nothing more than a guitar with that infinity symbol at the 12th fret. But then some things happened. Like, for instance, one time the little German guy, Henny, I think his name is, Ishipish 42. He's got a weird channel name, but he was playing some Chapman guitars at Thoman Music in the UK, and was really struggling with them. They wouldn't stay in tune. And this was up on YouTube, and then later it was pulled, but it wouldn't stay in tune. The tone selector knob had some issues, wouldn't work all the time. There was some fret buzz, setup issues. One of the volume control shaft, the volume control knob shaft, was bent. So some real quality control issues with the guitar. So that was kind of strike one. And the Monkey Lord guitars were good. The Ghost Fret was pretty impressive. But Revere, for his style of music, had to retrofit his Ghost Fret with a bare knuckle pickup to get it to where he wanted it. And that kind of brings me to a whole nother point as to why people who build their own guitars, why do they feel the need for a signature pickup when there are so many pickups out there that have such a long-standing reputation and a tone that we're all familiar with, like the hot-redded set of Seymour Duncans or the distortion Duncan with the 59 in the neck. Those combinations are classic, so good. And if you want metal, there's the Black Winter, which is so good by Duncan. And so why the need to have your own set of pickups when so often they don't sound as good as pickups that are already on the market? Why not put a known good sounding pickup in your name brand guitar? I don't know. For example, the PRS pickups that were in a lot of their SE models to begin with were not very good. They didn't sound real good at all. So a lot of people were retrofitting those guitars with hot-redded Seymour Duncans. The later SE models from PRS actually do sound pretty good, but are they great? No, they're not great, but they're good enough to leave in the guitar, and they look nice because they're a zebra style pickup, and they're fine. Anyway, so we got those couple of strikes. Revere had to retrofit his Ghost Fret. The video from Henning was a disaster to the degree that it was later pulled, and there was some back and forth with that. And then also, Chapman, once he got licensing in the US, he started making every imaginable guitar you could. He did Telecaster copies, Super Strat copies, Dean copies, Flying V copies, and to me, the relevance of having a Chapman guitar went out the window. There was no more reason to have a Chapman guitar because it was no longer special, which is why I wanted a Chapman guitar in the first place. And now Guitar Center's going to start carrying them, but they're no longer special to me. I don't think he stayed true to his brand, unlike companies like Reverend, which I think make a very nice, unique enough type guitar, and G&L even. While G&L ASAT, the ACAT, ASAT, I mean, stands for another stupid ass telly. They knew they were copying Telecasters, but they went ahead with the G&L brand and they stayed real true to what G&L produces. So Chapman, for me, is as much as I respect Mr. Chappers, it's out. Plus, another thing. More often than not, I notice Chappers saying, "Oh, that sounds great! Sounds great!" Every pedal, every amp, that they did with Andertons. It seemed to be everything started sounding great, and gosh darn it if it wasn't the best darn amp they'd ever had in the studio. Well, that can't just always be true. So I think he started just selling stuff. Whereas Captain Lee, on the other hand, still to this day will say, yeah, but there's this I don't like about a particular product or pedal or guitar, and he will tell you what he prefers about another particular amp or guitar. And when he doesn't like something, in a very nice way, he'll say so, and I appreciate that. As does Phil McKnight and the Guitologist. Love the Guitologist. That guy's great. Anyway, so that's why I won't be picking up a Chapman. However, unlike Chapman, Solar Guitars, Ola Englund, I think that guy, and I like he's a YouTuber as well, and he has something, and he's staying true to his brand as long as I can remember. This Ola Englund brand Solar Guitars has been exactly what they are, while he continues to throw refinements into his brand, like Evertune bridges, Duncan pickups, graphite nuts. You can get locking tuners on some of it, but the design of the guitar I think is killer. It is kind of a super strat design, although it's a lot sharper on the cutouts. But he's got these huge bevels in here, which I think are really unique and stand out. No other guitar has such a deep bevel in that cutout. And I love the open grain blue on this. And it's reasonably priced at $700. You're not really going to find this on sale anywhere. It does have to be shipped. But look at that. That is so clean, so pretty. Neck through design, which is super nice. Extra jumbo frets, satin finish. That's got to be a super speedy neck. Just really nice, tight and clean, nice lines. See how the cover plate is parallel to the edge of the body all the way around? That's a nice line. I like that. Super nice. So I think I'm going to start saving my nickels and dimes by cleaning chimneys and cleaning gutters and all that sort of thing for one of these puppies. I hope they still have one when I'm ready to buy it. But what I found troubling, so Solar, check them out. What I found kind of troubling was this signature model from Jackson that Sweetwater is selling now. Because all of a sudden we have, again, a super strat. Cutouts aren't quite as severe, but do you notice what I'm seeing? Those super heavy cutouts or bevels inside of the cutouts. We've got this big cutout. Nobody before Ola Englund was doing that. And so I'm a little disappointed in Jackson for doing that. They also have a lot of room back here. Nice neck through design. But see this line here on the back? That's not as pleasing to my design sense as the Solar guitar. Plus Jackson is a huge company. They certainly don't need my money. And they do have some quality control issues as well. So just wanted to kind of leave you with that. A lot of respect for Chappers, but I think he's become a shill for his own darn company, which is bound to happen, I suppose. I wish him all the luck in the world, but I also wish Ola Englund all the luck in the world, and I can't wait to get my A2.6 trans blue matte finish. All right, so nickel and diming my way to $700. This has been the Old Guy Jammin'. I'll talk to you next time. Let me know what you think. How are we doing with the these YouTube creators, these channel recommenders, the reviewers on YouTube? They still as good as they used to be? What do you think? All right, put it in the comments below. Subscribe if you like. We'll see you next time.